Alrighty guys, what is going up? I hope you guys are all having a great and an amazing day today. Now in today's episode, we're going to be talking about the top 3 stocks that I own and I never plan on selling them. So all these stocks that I own do pay a dividend, just to put that out there. So for those of you that don't know, I am building a dividend portfolio that pays me $1,000 per month. I have a separate video talking about that and a video coming in the future about how much money I got paid this month. So now before we actually jump into the episode, if you guys want to get a more detailed, description of all these stocks, why I own them, some of the, fundamentals behind them, there's going to be a separate blog post down below with moneywithcarter.com. So make sure you guys check that out if you guys have any questions. So now let's roll the intro. Let's go. Bam. So now the very first stock that I own is Apple. AAPL. It's one of my favorite companies that I owned, and it was one of the first stocks that I bought when I turned 18 years old. I did buy it for around $176 per share. So I'm sure you guys know it's well over that now. And on top of that, they do pay a nice little dividend of around 1%. I do think Apple's future is pretty large. The reason why I say that, I think they're going to integrate Apple Pay, their AirPods, their Apple Watches, and a lot of upcoming features like 5G. I think they're going to make a lot of money off all of these. On top of that, right now during this kind of market volatility, Apple has a ton of cash on hand and they still make a profit. So, when people are looking at undervalued stocks, I think Apple's one that comes to mind. I do think a perfect price point to purchase this stock would be under that $240 mark. I feel like that is a fair buy for Apple. But overall, I just think Apple has a great future and I can't wait to see what they do. Now, the second stock that I own is the one and only Disney. Disney is very large. I picked up Disney for under $100 a share. I think that's a great buy for this stock. They do pay a dividend, I'm sure you guys are well aware of. But here's some of the companies that Disney owns. This is pretty much why I bought their stock. They own ABC, they own 80% of ESPN, they own Touchstone Pictures, they own Marvel, which I am the biggest Marvel fan. I'm not sure if you guys can see all of my Funko Pops, but I'm a huge Marvel fan, and I'm wearing a Disney shirt. But they do own Lucasfilms, which is Star Wars. They do own 50% of A&E. They own the History Channel, 50%, and 50% of Lifetime. And on top of that, they own Disney Plus. Disney Plus just passed over 50 million subscribers, which is, just over $300 million per month that Disney is getting during this, market volatility, like I'm saying, where people are unemployed, people aren't working, but people are still willing to pay $6 per month to kind of entertain their kids. And I think Disney is doing great work. Also, Disney has outperformed the S&P 500 for the past 5 years, and so I do think there's a great future for this company. So the third and final stock that I own and I never plan on selling, I should say, is the one and only Coca Cola. The reason why I love them is for their product, and I love dividends. I'm a huge dividend guy, I'm sure you guys know. Coca Cola does pay a nice dividend of around 3.6%, so I like to get that constant cash flow that I can reinvest it right back into Coke or into any other stock that I feel like is gonna do well for me. So that's one of the main reasons why I love it, and it has this nice consecutive growth, over the past couple of years, which is always great. So now, what are some runners-up stocks that I love, but I don't know if I should sell or keep or do whatever. So the very first runner-up is AT&T. AT&T pays that nice dividend, but I do think they're in a little more risky spot than a lot of these stocks here, which I'm a huge dividend guy, so AT&T pays the dividend, which is A+. Now, the second stock that I own and I never plan on selling is Tesla. I'm a huge Tesla guy, but some of the downsides of owning Tesla is Elon Musk, but he's also a plus and he's kind of against it. Just the other day, he tweeted that the stock is overvalued, which made the stock fall 10%. So with him being the CEO, you kind of always have to understand that stuff like that's going to happen, but I do think Tesla's long-term potential is very large. I could see that stock well over $1,000 and realizing, well, we should have bought in at $700. My average price on Tesla is right around $500, right at that support line. So I do think Tesla is going to have a great future And that's one of the cars that I love. But I do think obviously with the stock, it carries risk, so you have to understand that. The third runner-up of stocks that I, never plan on selling is Bank of America. I do own a couple shares of Bank of America. The reason why I love them is because they have a nice dividend. Warren Buffett owns a ton of it. And on top of that, they have a nice little growth. You can't beat it. I just feel like this stock right now is undervalued, and I can see it retesting highs within the next couple of years. So those are some of the top stocks that I never plan on selling. Those are the top 3, and then the top 3 runner-up. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and overall, I hope you guys learned something. If you guys did, make sure you guys smash the like button. You guys have no idea how much all that is appreciated. So we'll see you guys tomorrow in another episode. Remember to stay happy, stay positive. And I know right now there's a lot of, uncertainty in the world, but, overall, I just want you guys to stay happy out there. We'll see you guys tomorrow in another episode. Take care.